Welcome back everyone, my name is Eltimar and we are going to be continuing our Let's Play of Disco Elysium, where we left off last time. We picked up our partner, and now we're going to go talk to the cafe manager again. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Guard, right? You run this place.
Kim glances into his little notebook.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. The Harbinger of Ruin.
What?
The Gloaming. I am it.
I have no idea what that means.
I've been to the precipice, cafeteria manager. I have seen the end.
What is this? A joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now? This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
He points at us.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
He takes a step back.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant. This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
He's so pretentious.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are. But as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective?
He turns to us. He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions. Right then, questions, I got this. His face expresses profound doubt in your having this. Where exactly is the body? Behind the building there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoisted him up on a tree out there. And how did we get there then? That's easy. See that door there? He points to the west. First you exit through that, then to your right you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for keys. The hole is big enough for the whole Franconigerian cavalry to fit through. Who killed him? I don't know. Or I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. He doesn't know. He just said they hoisted him up on a tree. Who is this they? Before you said they hoisted him up on a tree, who did you mean by they? Oh, he's a bit surprised you caught that. People are saying it was the union dock workers, that it was a lynching. Who is saying that? The locals, customers, the people who eat here. A lot of dock workers eat here. Sylvie told me everyone knows the dock workers did it. Did the debardeurs themselves tell her this, or is it just a rumor? I don't really know. You'll have to ask her. Why would the dock workers lynch this man? I would suppose it's because they have nothing better to do. You mean the strike? Yes, the strike. He makes little quotation marks with his fingers. The man they hanged was a security guard for the harbor company, I hear. A mercenary. The unionistas probably thought they'd send a message. Did you kill him? What? Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. I have other questions. Why did Sylvie go away? Haven't you asked me that already? What is it with you and this woman? She has nothing to do with this. No, before I asked you where, now I'm asking you why she left. Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back, and because I asked for her number. That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that. The lieutenant opens his little notebook. At the cover, the number is safely tucked away in a small pocket. Thank you, he says. Didn't go well? I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching. Everything has to do with everything. Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing. I guess that's it for now. We've interviewed the cafeteria manager, got 30 experience, and we are leaving. Not so fast. He points at you. You owe me 130 real. Cheese it! As you blow this joint, behind you hear a whiny voice, which shouts, "Real mature, man! Real mature!" No, I don't have to pay him that money, though. We managed to escape without paying our debt. Oh, there's our companion. I was like, is he gonna come with us, or is he lost over there? Did he have to pay our bill? Alrighty, let's go see what's around outside. There's probably some things to do. We probably should have talked to the old lady, actually. You know what? Let's quickly run inside. We talked to her very briefly before, I think, but she might have new news for us. Anything else?
Again, sweetie.
Nope, never mind. Okay, she is all done. So I can sleep after 9 o'clock. Sleeping heals all of our health and morale problems. That is good to know. A heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
The young woman looks up at us. You sound
We
surprised.
don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
Got some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
Who are you? Me, I'm just a gardener. Good to meet you, just a gardener. Another question then. I'm pleased to meet you too, officer. We need directions. Of course, where to? I'm looking for a dead body. Oh, that, she points north. That's through there in the yard. She's relieved somebody has finally come for it. Even all the way over here, there's a drop of death in the spring air. I guess that's it for now. No problem, she nods, brushing a fleck of soil off her cheek. Of course, I won't hold you back. She wipes up her brow with the canary yellow glove. If there's a corpse, then you're gonna need those gloves for the autopsy. One more thing, can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. So, we got some gloves from her. Time to go talk to the car. I think this is our partner's car, if I had to hazard a guess. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had the time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion, the Kupris Kanema motor carriage. Let's open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oil washes over you. Let's pull out the toolbox. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case and I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. Let's grab the flashlight. It's a robust, weatherproof, and well-made police issue blue. And the chain cutters. Handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks, and ropes, especially belts. Take the red-tip pry bar. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. Alright, we'll push that in. I run my fingers over one of the steering levers. The weight suede feels luxurious under the touch of, and the metal clutch handle is so very familiar in your palm. I tap on the fuel preheater gauge. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat. There's no use pressing the heat button, he says and jingles his keys. It won't start without the ignition key. Translation, we're not going anywhere right now. Alternative translation, don't even think you can drive my MC. Let's pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye, and then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times. Come in, dispatch. Come in, dispatch. This is Officer Alice Dimitri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? You could swear she was friendlier with the lieutenant. Under the green prime line button, a yellow saved button catches your eye. I wonder what Kim's default radio station is. Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something I need to report. Just a second, officer. She puts you on hold, the static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. 10-2, 10-5, this is the 41st. Come in. Over. A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas, the radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this, you're a cop, and cops know relay code. 10-4, Station 41, I got urgent business, over. 10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message, what's your status, over. Just, reporting in, over. 10-18, state your message, sir. I, need to, report my badge missing. 10-9, over. My badge? I can't find it anywhere, basically it's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22, the captain, over. Is it him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. What? He lost his badge? Hey, who's this? This is Communications Officer Jules Perdue, sir. Over. No, the other one. You mean your partner? Over. What is he saying? He's asking who you are. I'm his goddamn partner. It's your partner, Satellite Officer Vicamir, sir? Over. Did he lose his memory along with his fucking badge? The man in the background sounds like he's losing his patience. Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through the laughter. Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity? Dick Mullen is not your name. It is the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately. They're laughing at you. Come on, operators. Tell him to stop. This is serious. He's asking you to stop. Says this is serious. Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge. Satellite Officer Vicamir concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over. Ha ha, officer lost his badge. Ha ha, like I'm the first cop ever to misplace his badge. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically. Oh god damn it, is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Vicamir is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Mullen dicked us. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just gonna make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me, Mac. Come here, you gotta hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge. Can you always just saying lost his badge for a moment? Yes, could you please stop saying he lost his badge? Well, why did he find it? The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter. Sergeant Torson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over. You don't have a comeback, sorry. It's hard to think like this. Say nothing. He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. You can hear laughter in the background. Enough with this. I have other things to discuss. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights even for Captain Sober. Ask him. The speaker gasps for air. Ask him if he lost his gun, too. The room roars with laughter. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you've lost your gun, too. Over. Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? I don't have my gun. No, it's gone. It's not fucking on you. 10-9. Come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about that gun. Over. Well, I did not lose my gun. I failed. Before you can even get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain. No, of course I didn't lose my gun. Lose my gun. Fuck it. I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun. Whatever that means. Ask him to describe it. His gun, not his fun. Just the gun will do. He laughs. Satellite Officer McLean, request a description of your weapon. Over. Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun. For starters, it's massive. Got flared cooling vents along the front and hydrogen flasks sticking out of it too. 10-9, coming in, please, over. It's got a magnetic accelerator, an arc that accelerates the energized ball of periwinkle blue hydrogen-based plasma to near light speed. I'm gonna need to put you on speaker for a second. Over. In contact, it detonates with the power of a dying star, erasing every living thing from existence. Oh, and did I mention it is dripping with sexy blue plasma? The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms. Over. Host in heaven, did he lose his gun and his mind? Dear God, he's lost his gun. Oh my. I can't. The man succumbs to laughter again. This really isn't a laughing matter. Mac can face the giant of Coconur by himself, but Disco here made him piss his pants. Oh, I can't. Fuck, he lost his... Ask him if he still has his wiener. I'm not going to... Ask him. Sergeant Torson here is wondering if you're still in possession of your genitalia. Over. I left it at his mama's after I... Oh, Jesus. I left it at his mama's after I had intercourse with her behind all night. Tell him that. That's a negative. Not gonna say that. Over. What's he saying? Share it with the class. He said he sodomized your mother. The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday. Some nerve he's got. Sure, her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate. Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now. Sergeant Torson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the Firewalker. Max says maybe you shouldn't have antagonized the Firewalker in the first place. Who? The disbelief in Vicamir's voice is overwhelming. Satellite Officer Firewalker. I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir. Firewater? He's lost it. Okay, tell him to find his badge and gun, and that's the only thing that matters. Satellite Officer, I heard him and I'm on it. 10-4, affirmative. The officer is in pursuit of his firearm. They're static. Oh god, the man is fighting back tears. Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. This might sound odd, but there's a personal detail I'd like to discuss. Okay, 10-4, sir, I hear you. Relay your question. Over. Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. What's there to think about? You're gonna be looking at your straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask him if he's there alone. 10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question, the radio operator inquires again. Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. That's a negative, sir. I got 10-12 visitors present here. Over. I want to know... no, let's just wrap this up while they're there. 10-10, transmission completed, standing by, over. End the call with the 41st. Roger that, 10-10, over and out. The set against the loud click, and then everything is silent in the cabin. Let's close the door and leave. We'll call Sylvia later, but we should actually go see this body first. We also got a level. So we're gonna click level up. Can I choose? Oh, I can choose the ability I want to level up. Okay. So we have level 5 in drama and conceptualization. But we only have 3 in some of these other things. What was the one skill we needed for... I think it was encyclopedia was one of them up top there. So let's grab an encyclopedia skill. Yeah. Alright. So we've leveled up. We also have a flashlight, our chain cutters, and a pry bar. And we're gonna go back inside for 1 second. We're gonna go try that encyclopedia thing again, and we're also, there's one person by the bar we should talk to first. I forgot to talk to him. I saw him earlier, but it completely slipped my mind. This guy, the sleeping guy. What is this? A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Sleeping dock worker. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree. A colorful piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. Let's pick it up. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. You just picked up medicine. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Click on the plus icon to heal your morale if you have morale damage. Inspect the piece of plastic on his carabiner. It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young, able-bodied man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago as a John. Let's steal the ID. Your fingers find their way into the shackle. Flicking open its spring-locked gate, the metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook. And the man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. Does the lieutenant see me? No, he's looking the other way, perhaps purposefully. Swipe the pocketbook and see what's inside. You find a black paper note with a woman's profile on it. Seems like this woman lived centuries ago. The note says 5 real. Feels nice and greasy. You don't really know what it's for, but you get the feeling notes like this are super important and you should keep it. Take the document. You slip the plastic ID card out of the loop and pocket it. The man continues to snore. Just for the record, you look nothing like the man on the document. Close the carabiner. Let's try and wake him up. You gently shake his shoulder, but nothing happens. The man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room. Alright, well, we'll leave him for now then. He is fast asleep. We stole his pills, we stole his ID, and we stole his money. Not exactly doing the most lawful good thing here, but everything's fine. Let's go take a look in the mirror. I want to see if we can get this challenge completed. Dig deep into the mind to locate the source of the expression. Nope, we failed again. We can also use the chain cutters to fix the faucet and stop the steam from fogging up the mirror. However, oh, our tool's not in our hand. Hang on 1 sec. Let's leave it be for now. We can put the chain cutters in our hand. Might give us a slightly better chance. 42%. Failure. The chain cutter slipped out of your hands as well, or as you attempt to switch the faucet into place. Well, you know one thing for sure, you've probably never been a plumber. We'll have to come back for that later on, I guess, but for now we are leaving. We should probably try and talk to her again. She's here. And we might as well. Knock? Nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Handle? Nope. Alright, well, we can't get in there, so we're gonna leave. Oh, that conversation was amazing. I quite enjoy this game so far. It's very entertaining. We should probably actually save. Yeah, soon. Oh, we should probably save now, actually. This is episode 2, correct? Yes, this is episode 2 of Disco Elysium. So let's save. Channel 021 will have multiple saves because this game can get out of hand pretty quickly. There are bottles inside. You can pick them up if I had a bag. Oh, I do know this. My friend showed me this before. There is a bag we can pick up somewhere around here. We'll talk to these people soon, but there's a bag. There's the bag there. We're going to take it. And we're going to put it in our hand. Because it's important. Because now we can pick up bottles and stuff. We learned how to recycle. I'll probably just pick things up as we go. Alright, so what are these? Well, let's just start looking around. The coin-operated viewer has been banged up and is inoperable. Kinda sucks. There's 2 men here. Looks like they're playing with shot puts? Or like lawn balls or something?
Life. It doesn't need to be a struggle.
He covers his mouth to hide a burp.
Oh, I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to angry old Rene first.
He nods to his partner. Okay.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape?
The man says to his partner.
Rene, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
This one's still chewing on his sandwich.
I am trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old, I can see that. We're both old. Now, stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
I observe them first.
See? Your munching and complaining have ruined my concentration.
The man throws a metal ball towards the smaller wooden ball in the sand, missing it by a meter. Could the objective of the game be to throw the metal ball so it lands by the wooden ball?
Ah, mon Dieu. The pain in my back is unbearable. I can't even say if it's in my back or hip anymore. Feels like it's in both.
He tries to measure the throw.
I hope you pass out from it, you goddamn jellyfish. Men like you are the reason this nation is sinking.
Standing tall and proud, he looks at his partner with disgust. Trying to throw something as close to a predetermined point as possible, measuring. This must be the age-old game of petanque. Let's try it. That didn't look good. I stumbled. That felt wrong. Wrong like touching your sister's breast. You threw your sister's breast. Mon Dieu, the jelly man exclaims. Good job, officer. That was an excellent throw. Hold on, why did it feel so wrong? Something about it was completely unnatural, corrupted. Your muscle memory knew what to do and went for it, but there were gaps. It felt like you were going for a thrust or a lunge. There was definitely going to be jumping. Maybe you scored a point, but this is a fiasco. I thought something way more spectacular would happen. What are you talking about? You just executed a pretty much perfect petanque throw. His tone is full of admiration. How are you ever going to get this officer's shit off your nose, Gaston? Or even climb out of his ass? He shakes his head in extreme disdain. Perfect throw. Well, still I feel defeated. Probably because these rooster pants are squeezing you senseless. Whatever happened to practical, durable, Revachol made? He shakes his head. Now what can I do for you? Look who's talking. That cockatoo uniform must give him a real advantage when fighting in this circus. Yes, officer, the lieutenant gives you a quick sidelong glance. What do we need from these gentlemen? Do you guys know anything about the man hanging in the backyard of the Whirling in Rags? Unfortunately, I don't, he shrugs. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement, but this affair has passed me by completely. And most of the locals? In Martinez, the union is the law, so can you really blame them? But you don't have a problem with cops. Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets. He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing politics. What about police women? I'm confident they are indispensable in regards to all the paperwork and other administrative duties. There are no duties RCM women can't carry out. But you must agree that nature, in her infinite wisdom, has made men more fit to perform certain more challenging tasks, don't you, officer? No, I don't think there's any evolutionary inequality at play here. Really, officer, he smirks? Match an average woman against an average man in a dark alley. See who comes out on top. Gender equality is very noble, very modern idea, but in real life, primal roles prevail. But I do not wish to discuss this matter further. Well, you seem to be playing your game in a crater. Yes, the man nods. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game. What caused it? Or do you know what created it? I do, he nods, straightening his back. It's fire from heavy artillery. Okay, so it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why? Why what? Why was heavy artillery used? Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home. Wait, who are the communards again? Commies, communists, socialists, anarchists, call them whatever you like. They just choose the name to feel special. The carabiner frowns. Senseless sentimentality. Did you use artillery fire against them? Sadly, no, it was the foreigners who brought them to their knees. We fought valiantly. Too valiantly. So valiantly we got licked, he adds, squeezing a boule into his fist. Should have fought dirty like they did with their suicide sex cult propaganda and mad anarchist women strapped to shrapnel bombs. We didn't, though. And we lacked the caliber, God bless him, but the suzerain's cannons simply weren't big enough. It was probably a bit more complicated than that. Why shell them here in Martinez? Because this is the place this place is the damn beachhead, he says, pointing up to the bay. Had to soften the commies up first. Beachhead? Yes, he nods, inspecting you with some disdain. The military-coordinated amphibious landing to take back Revachol. Martinez was used as one of the 3 footholds in Revachol during the Operation Deathblow in 08. The other 2 are off in Stella Mary and the Delta, he points to the northeast. Deathblow sounds grim. This here is Blood Ground, where the Coalition boots first made landfall and cleaned those rabid dogs out. Most likely, he says, looking down at the soil, we're playing Patenke on their mangled corpses. Blood Ground, the other one shakes his head. You got old Rene going there again, like he's isn't angry enough already. Hold on, the Coalition? He grunts. Don't get me wrong, officer, I hate those foreign dogs, but the enemy of my enemy and all that, they're the lesser evil. Is that why everything's so bombed out? Damn right, son. They laid the fire of hell on the city before they stormed it, and it worked too. There's a strange gleam in his eyes. The rest of the city got cleaned up, but Martinez they keep as a monument. A dark shadow runs across his face, and now the Union Socialists are practically running the place. Well, it's your own damn fault, the jolly man marks. You, we, the Coalition, Revachol, whoever you want to blame never finished the job. Officially, the party never surrendered, and of course they still hold influence. You don't even begin to truly understand the players on the table, let alone the specific circumstances that surrounding the... He stops mid-sentence and turns to you. What do you think? Thinking men have opinions on these things. Present one. Foreign powers cleaned up our mess, and now they rule us. I shake our head in shame. I'm sorry it had to be them. He looks down at his boots. After 8 years of fighting those hyenas, boiling cats for food, and drinking piss in the mountains, I would have preferred if the right honorable King Guillaume returned to Revachol, or even if the damn clown Frizzle had risen from the grave and led us. Sadly, that was not the case. Instead, all that is just holy and beautiful in the world was wiped away, and now it's neon signs with toothpaste ads everywhere, foreign influence peddling garbage, and stupid music on the radio, he sighs. This is what the commies wanted. This was their plan all along. This is what they wanted to replace the rule of suzerain with. You mentioned Guillaume. A true king in both blood and mind led Revachol before Frizzle. He would have been better, but the damn commies drove him into exile. Some manner of self-deceit is present in his thinking. Sounds like this Guillaume abandoned him and he doesn't want to admit it. Who is Frizzle? Damn Frizzle, he was the king and we couldn't protect. The carabiners failed him. and the crown. The old veteran falls silent and massages his chest. He died in the hands of the Hoi Poly in a very public execution. He slouches as he says that, makes him smaller, admitting they left the king to the mob. What exactly is a suzerain? The suzerain is the king. Has everyone forgotten already? He then slowly nods and says to himself, they've forgotten already. It's no use talking to you. When we were still in Daddy's balls, when you were still in Daddy's balls when it happened, when we took our last stand against the filth and rode the cavalry straight into gunfire. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud? All you observe is a veteran refusing to let go of the past in his old uniform. This is not uncommon. He catches your glance and nods. This is the uniform of the Royal Carabiners in service of Frizzle I, Guillemets, Le Lion, and the valiant King Philippe V before him. Don't you mean Frizzle the Fun? You do not speak his name, Craven, although he was a clown, he adds. He turns his back to you, but he was our clown, ours to ridicule and mourn. There's something you missed. You'll get to it. Don't worry. Alright. We're actually at half an hour now, so we've done quite a bit in this video. We talked to a few people. We picked up a bag. We are now garbage pickers, so that is a plus. And we're going to call it here, I think. We'll continue to look around the area. We do not have a map, apparently. We need to acquire a map of the city, somehow. I'm not exactly sure how to do that yet, but we'll figure that out. What do these do? Oh, these are the things we haven't finished yet, these challenges. I see. And then these are our tasks. So that's going to be it for now. Like always, if you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below. Others, I'll see you all next time. Take care.